The Washington Post writers and the reporters are now outside the office of the newspaper. This looks like they're... Why don't y'all just go work at Target? You're already dressed for it. Just go to Target.
Hey, we do. Who makes the post?
We do.
Who makes the post?
We do.
Who makes the post?
We do.
Welcome, Ben Brash. Hey, we do. Who makes the post?
Man, how about that? Not anymore. And so anyway, let me go back. I see this one too. And this is laid off normal people. Well, this sucks. Laid off journalists. Low wrath and ruin. This is what somebody wrote. The bloodbath at the Washington Post today, roughly 1/3 of its staff has been laid off, illustrates the ruthlessly plutocratic and neoliberal nature of the U.S. economy. In the span of a single day, one of the world's most prominent English newspapers is being both crushed politically and restructured at the whim of a billionaire. It's honestly jaw-dropping. Damn, bro, like that's a big deal. Wow, what a loser. I feel like this is the kind of stuff they talk about like whenever a bunch of people got killed in World War I. Really, like, I mean, couldn't you just imagine this? Is somebody talking about like, oh, wow, like, you know, a bunch of people got like killed by tanks or like mustard gas or something like that. Take a look at this. So, the Washington Post had 13 reporters and editors for climate change. A lot fewer climate change reporters at the Washington Post. 13. The Washington, the number is a little bit inaccurate, right? The Washington Post has reportedly laid off 14 of its 19 climate change reporters. I just read the Washington Post laid off 13 climate change reporters. I'm sorry they lost their jobs, but boy, what a lost journalistic opportunity. Oh, definitely. And this is it. See, 19 people. See, remember what I said before is that they are a cancer. If you let these people get in there, they hire each other and they hire more of each other. And now they're redundant, but they keep hiring each other because it's not about hiring each other. It's about consolidating power. They multiply. They are a cancer. One of so many things. What is this here? Let me see. I pulled this up. And is this, oh boy. Okay, let me go back. I'll see if I can find it. And criminal gang, I'll look at that in a bit. Yeah, I'll pull that up. And sound like Indians? Yeah, definitely. You talking about India? It's not about Indians. It's got nothing to do with Indians. And mainstream journalists are losing their jobs because 23-year-olds with YouTube channels are doing real reporting. That's right. Heather Kelly, I was laid off by the Washington Post today. I know, real original sentence, my first plagiarism in 20 years of journalism. My job was stupid fun and I loved every minute of it. Man, that's just too bad, huh? Stupid is not an adverb. Yep, there it is. And you got all these people. I am so happy to see this. I am. And definitely stupid. Yep, all these people are getting sent back. And someone was in a war zone and got fired. Well, hey, the other ones shouldn't have. They shouldn't have poisoned the well. They shouldn't have done it if they didn't want that to happen. So read her own reply. What's her reply? Let me see what this bitch said. What'd she say? I'm gonna stare at a wall for the rest of the day, and by a wall I mean TikTok, and then I'll stand up and get back to what I love. Writing about the ways real humans use tech for good and weird, yes, to disassociate after a bad day. Man. Outside, wait, what is this here? Outside of your ridiculous Washington Post bubble, nobody thinks their work was amazing. Good. What the hell is this? The queen of diversity and retention studies has been let go. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, hey, that's just what happens, right, guys? And it's just going to get worse. Not the queen. Yep, word of code. Exactly. And so Washington Post, the writers and journalists on there are crying and upset about it. And I want to let everybody know that this is only going to get worse for them. It is. This will only continue getting worse, getting more extreme, and seeing more of them get fired. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you the real reason why, it's because these people aren't creating anything of value. That's the reason why they keep getting removed and they keep getting fired. It's because they're not doing anything that matters. So if they were doing something that people cared about, that people wanted to watch, none of this would ever happen. But unfortunately, tired of winning already? No, I'm not tired. There are so many other publications this has to happen to. Yes, and got to produce things? Yes, exactly. They're political pundits, not journalists. Absolutely. The funding is drying up. They are. And it's, again, 19 climate change. 19 climate change writers. The racist legacy that many birds carry. Rip Bozo. Rip fucking Bozo. I love to see this. Bird racism is no joke. He hates bluebirds. He's a red bird. There's nothing red birds hate more than bluebirds. Yep, there it is. If your position at the Washington Post was recently eliminated, please consider applying to write for the Babylon Bee. We are seeking applicants experienced in writing fictional content presented in the tone and style of a legitimate news organization. True. And learn the code. Yep. Jada Yuan, laid off writer from the Washington Post style section, gets ratioed for not keeping up on current events and missing the joke. Needs to go back to the Quality Learning Center. As soon as you learn to spell, man. Man. How about that? That's sad. Let me see who this is. Jada Bird? Who's this bitch? Let me pull this up. Recently laid off national culture writer. Uh-huh. I recently wrote 4,000 words on the murder at Washington Post. Murder? Wait, what? What the hell are you saying murder for? Oh my God. This is so extreme. Wow. Talking about a murder with all, oh, these are all the people that are getting laid off. Here we go. Kyle Goon. Don't they have anything to do? They got anything to do? Damn, they just sitting around doing nothing. Sucks to suck. Exactly, yep. Post sports for life. Well, not anymore. Is this the best you can do, Jeff? I don't think it is. I think he can fire even more people. I think he can. Honestly, I feel like Jeff really hasn't even reached his final form. You know, I see this, and it's like, yeah, I feel like only a third? That's it? What are we talking about? Not anymore. Yeah, you should be looking for a new job. Yeah, I got a feeling that's not going to happen. The New York Times, Washington Post, that's it. Will Lewis is too busy to join the call and tell his staff he's destroying the Washington Post sports department, but he did have time to walk on the red carpet NFL honors in San Francisco. Amazing. Wow, I wonder why. That's crazy. What a big surprise. So anyway, this is what it is. And they're all retweeting each other, trying to complain about this. But there is nothing I love more than seeing these journalists be put out of a job.
They put the gun on him. What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason?
They tried to kill me. They had 8 guns on me. They ran into me. They tried to kill me.
Tell me the
I need
truth.
Minnesota to take
Tell
care
the
of
chief
this.
right now because I need an incident commander. I'm citizen. I'm requesting.
I'm a
Please.
political representative. I have my campaign. It's a political target.
You have a thing. I don't want to lose eyes on him. Can you please use your thing? I would like an incident commander. Can you please call one?
Okay, we have 2 officers that are more senior
So why
than
you
me.
guys
She looks like a sushi roll contender. Yeah, I don't know if she'd fit.
taking him
Call
for?
who is that incident commander?
Okay.
Who is the incident?
Why are you
There's an
taking
incident
him?
happening. I'm telling you there's an incident.
Okay. Why are you taking him? I ain't seen you guys all the way back
I want to
there.
know who
Yeah, they know they've been
So why are you taking him? What's the reason for his arrest?
Listen to this.
He saw us trying to do our investigation, and there's days that he put targets saying to kill me on Facebook. That's him. And the moment he saw it was me, he tried to hit me with the car. So just be when did he hit you?
So he went to try. So basically, he's been fucking with you for days. He said for people to kill you, and then whenever he saw you, he tried to hit you with a car. Damn, that's too bad. And you telling me we rounded his fat ass up. I love it. Yep.
I was behind you guys. I was.
And then they trying to lie.
What's the reason?
Yeah, and they're defending him. They are. They would defend him doing it. If he hit her with the car, they'd say it was okay. That's the reason why. You're brown? Oh my god. Is it the same cop? Dude, they need to give this guy, like, fucking a bonus or something. They do. Like, this guy is going around being called the N-word by a bunch of white people because he's deporting people out of America. Like, I mean, we gotta help this guy out or something. Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. What the fuck is going on here?
What? Look at me. Look at, oh, good job, dude. Real tuned in. You're brown. You're not white. You're brown. You know that, right? You look in the mirror, see a white person? Fuck you. You're brown. Fuck you. Fuck you.
What is wrong with these people? You're brown. Oh my god. Is this the is this the new KKK? I really like, I mean, what does that mean? What he means is that he thinks that black people should have solidarity with illegal alien Mexicans and Guatemalans and Venezuelans and people from Africa. He thinks they should have solidarity because they have a similar skin tone. Yeah. They should agree with each other and work with each other because they have the same skin tone. Now, I don't know who's going to tell him, but inside of Africa, the black people in Africa hate each other. There are levels of racism between Kenyans and Somalians that you're not even aware of. There's levels of racism inside of Somalia based off of clans that you haven't even heard of. This guy, he doesn't even understand how deep this goes. This is meta racism. He actually thinks, bro, this guy literally thinks that racism ends at skin color. What the hell do you think we did World War I for? We had to come up with something. Fuck. Like, these people were so stupid.
What? Look at me. Look at, oh, good job, dude. Real tuned in. You're brown. You're not white. You're brown. You know that, right? You look in the mirror, see a white person? You're not white. You're brown. You know that, right? You look in the mirror, see a white person? Fuck you. You're brown.
If you look in the mirror and see a white person, fuck you, you're brown.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. What a fucking idiot, man. Racist protesters? I don't understand how these people turned into the KKK. And yeah, he got, bro, rolling up on him in the Subaru. Rolling up, hey, there ain't nothing like rolling up on a bunch of black people and yelling at them in your Subaru. Man, those are the days, right, boys? Yelling at black people, calling them the N-word. Oh my god. And Democrats already KKK? Yeah, it's really impressive for me to see this. Seth Rogen fell off? Yeah. And as a self-declared sane person, I declare these people are wingnuts. They taint the Subaru brand, I know. And really, it's weird as hell what these people are doing, isn't it? These people are always racist. The mask is just coming off now. Well, I think that what's really being revealed by these people is the fact that with a lot of them, they actually are racist. Like, they are legitimately racist, but they are not the same kind of racist that they think other racists are. So they think that because they are a different type of racist, that they're not racist. But they're actually just another type of racist. That's it. They want to law in there. Yeah, exactly. They're racist and stupid. Well, what I'm saying is that their version, like, they're also advocating for racist racial policies and racial identity and racial politics, but they're doing it in a way that they think is a morally good way. So for them, racism is a good thing. It's kind of like the it's like the horseshoe theory, basically. Play the video of the New York City chick saying black people don't know what a computer are.
I'm Ami Horowitz, and I'm here in Berkeley, California to find out if voter ID laws suppress the black vote. Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet.
You see, a black person can't use the internet. They don't even know what the word computer is.
Difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices, innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges. Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is.
Service provider for certain.
In particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people?
What's wrong with them? You want to know the reason why they do this? I'm not explaining the reason why they do this. It's because these are white people that live in gated communities around other white people. They don't interact with any black people. That's the real reason. Is that they don't know any black people. They don't interact with them, have anything to do with them. So they only know what the media tells them.
To go online.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys, this is where we're at.
Voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the African Americans.
Now I'm here.
Well, you see, so black people commit a bunch of crime, and in Florida, oh man, they commit a crazy amount of crime. Is that right? Wow.
In East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know anybody who...
She laughed. Yeah, I remember I saw this first time. I said she laughed. She thinks it's funny. It's such a stupid fucking question. This is a stupid fucking... What do you mean I have ID? Of course. And here's the thing, too. I grew up with a lot of people, multiracial, Hispanic, black, etc., primarily Mexican and black. One thing that one of my friend's dads told him, and he was teaching him to drive, and he said, "Son, you're going 45. And my friend goes, "No, I'm not. I'm going 35. He says, "No, you're going 45. That's an extra 10 because you're black." Anybody who grew up in the areas that I did knew that you had to have your shit. No, really, that's what he went and said. He went and said that shit. And the thing is that, am I right? No, this is the way it is. They are the ones that are going to have the ID the most. Because from where I come from, like where I grew up, those were the people that, like, you have to have your ID. Because it was always the narrative of never give them a reason. That was always the thing that people were telling you. That's what I heard. And this is also, by the way, this is not just for black people. They said this to everybody, but they said especially if you're black, because listen, like, we got to keep it real, guys. The police used to fuck with black people a lot. Sometimes they still do. It's serious. It's real. I'm not saying every time it happens, but it has happened. And historically, it was really bad. That's the reason why. So the ironic thing about this is that I bet a lot of these people probably are more likely to have an ID. Because how many of you guys grew up with the narrative, never give them a reason? How many of you guys all grew up with that? Because that was the way I grew up. Never give them a reason. Yep. Of course. Duh. That's why they all have IDs. Saying I'm white? Yeah, for sure. I think that today. I do too. It's smart.
Black person doesn't carry ID.
No. Everyone that I know has an ID. Why would they think we don't have ID?
Why would it?
That's a lie.
Why would you say that?
Why would they say that? You know why they would say that.
I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so like, we know what we need to carry around.
Yeah. Everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
Duh.
ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes.
I would say that out of my anecdotal evidence, okay, I do have a friend that's Mexican that doesn't have an ID. But he recently got a new one. He did. He recently, and like, this is a whole situation. But all right, he didn't have an ID for a while, but now he does. Number one. Besides that, though, I didn't have an ID for a while. I'm white. I feel like I probably know more white people without an ID. Now, I probably know more white people in general. But still, I didn't have an ID for like 3 years. Why I need an ID?
What is this, some type of trick candy camera?
I know, right? That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's that on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is around you?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd
What I
Avenue.
find to be even funnier about this is that the DMV is usually in an urban area, and usually inner city urban areas are where, listen, it's we're all talking plain English. It's where a lot of black people are. Like the DMV in my area is like 90% Hispanic. There's almost no white people near my DMV. So the irony here is that they don't even realize that by selection bias, black people would be more likely, Hispanics would be more likely to know where the DMV is, just by the way that they're usually placed in different cities. Do you think they're going to place the DMV next to a fucking gated community? No. You know why? It's because the homeowners association of that gated community doesn't want the DMV there, because every single person, every dreg of society has to get an ID at the DMV. That means that you're going to have crackheads, problem boys, drug dealers, and retards going to the DMV. And do you think that they want that next to the Hamptons? Do you think they want that at Martha's Vineyard? Fuck no. They want that out in the projects. They want that out in the working class neighborhoods. That's the way it is. And so I just, the more that you talk about this, the more ridiculous it is. All the DMVs in New York City are central locations where most minorities live. I know. Anybody tell you that? It's too much logic. Yeah. This is a weird take. It's a weird take. Am I right? Boys, am I right? Am I right about this? Is your DMV near an area where there's a larger propensity of minorities? Yeah, okay. There it is. So, it's not weird. I mean, shit. Like, again, see, this is the problem. Is like people are so coddled by hearing bullshit that I start talking sense and they think it's weird.
Well, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem getting there if you have to get there?
No.
Go over there.
I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get to the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yeah.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Let's check it.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet.
Yeah.
Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Duh.
You can actually
Unlimited.
Unlimited data.
Mm-hmm. I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's my thought process on it.
He's right. He's right. It's the correct word, too. Is that they literally are not around any minorities. So they have this infantilized version of them as if they're like some kind of uncontacted tribe. They have to be taught the ways of the white man. You know, we've got to teach these people how to use a computer. The year's 2025. 2026. This was 2014. It's embarrassing, isn't it? The ignorant? Yeah.
I just think that's ignorant.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the
Very,
word.
very ignorant.
Ignorant.
Yeah.
Very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category and you
She's
have
dressed like it's 1995.
no idea what.
I really got. That's
Maybe
crazy.
a little bit racist in it, but
No, but-
I think it's more
Yeah.
stupidity and ignorance.
Judging somebody, like, what, you judging
She
somebody that
is.
say that they don't got it?
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, "Can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Are you cool?
Love showing my ID.
You have no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, "Can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you had to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Wow.
Nah.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, huh? How about that? And it says a guy dressed like he just got out of prison. Yeah, but he didn't maybe get out. Maybe he did get out of prison. Maybe that's why he's got his ID, because he doesn't want to go back. I mean, think about that.